from Funko is they're doing McDonald's pops.
Oh my god.
Can I get a McChicken?
No, like Ronald. No, they have Ronald,
Can I get
the
Grimace?
Hamburglar, and Grimace.
Oh, they got Grimace.
So they don't
You know
have
Grimace is
milkshake,
supposed to be a fucking grape milkshake. What the?
What?
You're
What?
lying.
What? No, I'm not lying. He's supposed to be a grape milkshake.
I need to
Grape?
look at him
Apparently.
now to see if I believe that.
Yes.
Tyler has read the
Oh.
McDonald's lore.
Why
No.
would they
The
make a grape
McDonald's.
milkshake?
I don't know. I
Dude,
don't know.
I love the like early 1980s character stuff that went with like I guess corporations and stuff. Also, can we just assume that we've started?
Yes.
Have we started?
I'm
I
not
don't-
at this
I
point,
think we started.
we should.
Hey everyone, we're talking about McDonald's and Grimace.
Weird.
Also, I just want to say, in McDonald's lore, Grimace has an uncle whose name is he's Irish, so he looks like Grimace, but he's all green. He
Oh, no.
wears a vest.
Oh, he's the Shamrock Shake.
Yes, he wears a vest that has shamrock or has 4-leaf clovers on it and a green hat. His name, Uncle O'Grimacy.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Wait a
That
minute.
made me
grimace.
Oh, I see it right
Made
now.
you
I
grimace.
literally see it on the McDonald's fandom wiki.
Oh, why?
Fuck.
That's so awful.
Apparently,
Uncle
Grimace
Alright.
was originally evil.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
with,
call it right
yeah.
now.
with 2 pairs of arms with which to steal milkshakes.
Oh, he steals them. Weird.
Wait,
That was
two-
original. Then they
Wait,
redid
two
it.
pairs
two
of arms?
pairs
Oh,
of
okay.
arms? Oh, okay.
Yeah, then they reduced him down to just 2 arms and made him a good guy.
Good.
The extra set of arms makes you evil. Everyone knows.
Yeah.
I don't see anything about grape milkshake though.
Yeah, me
Really?
neither.
I thought I saw something.
Probably
fucking-
saw it
I
on
don't know.
Twitter.
His most this is straight from the
Yeah,
wiki.
maybe.
His most common expression is the word "duh" before every sentence.
Duh.
Did not know that.
We starting the podcast?
Also,
Oh,
he's
that was
voiced by
right.
Frank Welker, who was Freddie Jones on Scooby Doo.
Oh, right on.
All right.
All right, take it away, Logan.
Hey, what's up? What's up, fellas? I assigned some homework last week.
Hell yeah.
Right? It was to watch what that shit called? How that shit go?
It's called
Uh,
Disney Gallery, The
yeah.
Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm. Episode 4,
Episode.
Technology. It's about some cool shit that is pretty. I think it would be interesting to a lot of the people in this group of friends, just
I
mainly
mean, the
based
3
off
that
of
are
our
film majors.
3 that are film majors. Me, that's an actor. I think Jason.
I
has
mean,
some-
like
Jason's a
we
gamer.
all,
Yeah. Jason's
We're all
a gamer.
gamers.
yeah, we all like
I'm a
video
snob.
games,
I can
so it's
appreciate
like,
these things.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
for
too.
sure.
We're all gamers.
Yeah, so the biggest thing that it talked about was like what was coined the volume, just like this room that has like LED screens where they sort of like it's not a projection of an environment, but it's just like the environment is
it's a rendering. of it.
yes, exactly. It's a rendering of the environment using like game engine technology.
Unreal, I think, is the engine that they're
Yeah.
Yeah,
using.
they must.
Yeah,
I guess Unreal 4,
probably.
but that'll
There's
probably
no way that's
change
real.
quick.
Nice.
It's pretty epic,
Yeah.
you might say.
Hey, that's a good one. That's good.
But it was pretty cool. It's I honestly, whenever I was watching the show, I never would have guessed that was something that they used. Like, I actually had to go back, and once I watched that episode, I rewatched a couple episodes of The Mandalorian just to sort of like see if I could tell, that they kind of used that. But it's just so seamless. It's honestly ridiculous the kind of technology that they used and how well it worked for this really being the first time that they've used something to that extent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like you just wanted an excuse to rewatch The Mandalorian.
I really did. I'm not gonna lie, I really just wanted to rewatch The Mandalorian, but I had a purpose for watching it this time other than just pure enjoyment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. Like, we watched The Mandalorian together.
Mm-hmm.
You would always watch it first, and then I would watch like the second time with you, because you would always watch it like when it dropped, right? You'd be like at work streaming it on your phone.
No.
And then you'd get home, and I was like, "You want to watch The Mandalorian?" And I'd be like, "Okay, yeah." So we watched it together, and much like you, I also had like no idea that this technology was being used.
Mm-hmm.
I just, kind of assumed it was, green screen, and that they,
Sure.
put the, the environment on that green screen. So it was pretty cool to see that, like the behind the scenes and how they made it. And I was also just like blown away, because I think this is like the future. They're really like breaking some new ground here. And I think that this is going to be technology that's going to be used moving forward with filmmaking. At least I hope it is, because I think it looks great.
Yeah.
And it seems like to the filmmakers it was like an easier process. If you've ever worked with like green screens, you know that they can be kind of like a bitch to work with. So I mean, I feel like there's not really like a good reason not to use it if it's easy, and if it looks just as good, if not better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had absolutely zero interest in seeing The Lion King, the new one, the Jon Favreau one, except for maybe like I was like, oh, the voice cast is kind of cool, and now I kind of want to watch it because of like the way that like I didn't realize it was like game engine. I think he said it was Unreal that they used, and then they shot with VR. That's like such a cool concept to me. And like just like that, like they were kind of like leading up to the whole thing with the volume, with like these steps of like Jon Favreau like working on different things, and like that one I was like damn, because like I've been like, I don't know, I've always been kind of interested in like game development stuff, and obviously like film production, and just like those worlds colliding, like in my head I was like, holy shit, this is it. This is right. This is peak culture.
I will say that I did see The Lion King, just out of curiosity, and I was blown away just by the way it looked. I mean, as a movie, it's kind of like subpar.
It's the Lion
TBH,
King.
It's inferior to the original.
It really is. Then I feel like that goes without saying, because a lot of these remakes usually don't kind of live up to the original, but it did look incredible. Like, it looked very realistic, and I also saw like how they filmed that, like prior to seeing this, like how I did see that he was using like VR technology to film it, and I thought like that was really, really cool. And then even this taking it a step further just blew my mind even more. So good on Jon Favreau. I've liked him before all this, but I think now he's really like stepping it up. He's really like pushing boundaries here, at least I think. And good for him. He's worked hard, and I feel like I'm glad he has like the opportunities to do this, and I'm glad people are actually like investing in him and his ideas to do stuff like this, because like Logan said, this is like the first time this has been done on a scale this big, and for Disney to be like actually doing it and like putting money into it is kind of great, because they definitely have money to spend, to like throw at shit. So I'm glad they're throwing it at shit that kind of is actually really cool, and that would actually make a difference.
I would think that like, I wonder how many productions have wanted to like switch over to the volume, especially now, since it's so much easier. And I mean, you really don't, like, you can kind of keep it pretty limited to whoever is in there. So I would think, I wonder how that works. I guess Disney is that a Disney facility?
I think so.
I mean, it's
I'm pretty sure
ILM.
I think ILM is a Lucasfilm thing, right?
I think so.
Yeah. I mean, Kathleen Kennedy is, I'm pretty sure she's head of ILM. I think they mentioned that she's head of ILM as a result of being head of Lucasfilm. So,
okay, yeah.
So yeah, I guess. But also ILM does work on like a ton of movies, like besides Disney owned stuff. So I'm sure that Disney will get the priority, but
no, I mean, like,
I'm sure they want that cut too from
Yeah.
everyone else.
True.
Yeah, Lucasfilm has like always kind of been on like the like forefront of like
Every Star
using,
Wars like trilogy has like
Yeah.
pushed filmmaking in some way.
And even
Yeah.
like Pixar with like 3D animation.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that too.
That part
I mean, I
about like
guess
George's
that's where all the money
garage was
is.
like really interesting to hear, of just how he already had the idea, like he knew 10 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
or well, not even more than 10 years ago, honestly. I think I think they mentioned that he was talking about that during the prequels.
During
so
the prequels, yeah.
Yeah.
that's like
Yeah.
20 years now. So like he already knew back then like that's where we'd get to. Which I knew, which they didn't talk about that at much, because I mean they haven't really been focusing on Lucas, but I remember he was kind of a big voice in like gaming kind of in the 90s and moving into the early 2000s, and that's why they like had the LucasArts studio, and he kind of pushed it because he thought like that was just as important, and obviously that came true because now
Yeah.
game engine stuff is being used not just in film. Like VR alone I think it's in like biotech
Mhm.
and a bunch of other industries too,
Yeah.
which is pretty crazy. I had known about the volume. I remember I had seen stuff about it and just I had seen the screen, but I didn't know that it was game engine, and the fact that like the part of them just how the camera, like you can just move the camera and the whole thing, the parallax and everything
Yeah.
reacts with it, like that's mind blowing. And the part where they were I think Carl Weathers was talking about the volcano or the lava cave, the lava tunnel. I was like, that must be so surreal, because he was talking about the like being an actor and not having to,
Imagine.
yeah, like basically not having to spend as much time just imagining that you're in the place to begin with, because now you like at the basic level you are there, and
Yeah.
just like imagining being in that room. And I think they showed the footage they were showing when they were talking about George coming on set. Even I was like, wow, that's like, I can't even tell what is real and what's not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's like crazy that it's at that level.
I wonder like the fucking processing power that's needed.
My God.
Like, you think they have how many 2080 Ti's do you think they're running to,
At least two.
to run?
How many
At
Titans?
least. Yeah, no, I honestly would be like super interested to see like what, because I mean I guess it's obviously some kind of computer, like what is running all of that, because it's like so much processing power would be needed to like not only render everything but also the camera tracking and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
And I mean like VR is pretty advanced, but that seems like it would have to be like super like
Next level.
precise.
Well, I mean, they're having to render in real time.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And
Which-
it's like
It's ILM, but they've made it kind of seem like, because isn't ILM at Skywalker Ranch? I guess
I don't
ILM's
know, yeah.
probably, they probably have multiple facilities now. There's no way that they just have
Yeah.
one place. But they made it seem like that wherever the volume is wasn't. They were talking about like how George Lucas wanted to build the facility like by the ranch, and
yeah.
they made it seem like, nah, it's not there. But I mean, ILM already probably I'm sure has the like processing infrastructure with all the editing
yeah.
and
Mm-hmm.
effects they have to do. But still,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
that
true.
many. I mean, they said that I think wasn't the ceiling alone like thousands of LED screens, or maybe
Yeah.
that was just the entirety they were talking about.
I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't
I don't
remember the exact
remember.
numbers they were spitting out.
It was
But
a lot.
It went 360, right? It wasn't just one side.
Mm-mm.
I think it went all the way around.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was all the way around, and on top like the ceiling as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is like crazy.
'Cause
Now,
did
like,
they-
I wanna
Did
be
they even
inside of that.
have?
Yeah.
No,
me
they
too.
didn't have like lighting setups, right?
No.
Because they
It
didn't
was
need
it was
Well-
pretty much all natural. Like natural. But like,
The
Artificial.
LED
LEDs.
panels
the
for the
LED.
lights.
yeah,
I think they did have some lights. I like you could sort of see them like still like rigging lights and stuff like that, but it's
Yeah.
way easier to match probably because it's just like, oh, we know the exact color that is coming out from the sun because we programmed it.
Yeah.
So
Well,
because
yeah,
program
and
made
they
the
had
sun.
mentioned
yeah,
that,
exactly. We made the sun.
or maybe it wasn't that episode. I hadn't watched the cast episode either, so I watched that too. And I think they talked about, they kind of were doing they did a lot of like the silhouettes. So they probably did a lot of like backlights on people.
Yeah. Well, I think that's part of the reason why they really liked it, because I think Jon Favreau said like a lot of the stuff you could do like in a camera as opposed to fixing it in post like you would in green screen with like matching the shadows and stuff like that. So it's like part of the convenience is that they can render any background they want for like reshoots. A lot of the lights easy to match because you don't have to like set up and tear down lights for every different scene. So it's just like super easy for them to just, well, not like ridiculously easy because obviously it still work, but like it's so much more easier than what they're used to at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even like Dave Filoni said that he was able to just pick up shots, like while some of the other directors did their main work. If they needed to pick up a shot, he could just take whoever he needed and just kind of go grab a quick shot.
Yeah.
Which is simple, but I mean, still you have to get it, rather than, you know, having to say, well, we'll just have to do it later because we got to have the camera or whatever. They don't have to worry about that as much.
It's just crazy to me to think about, like, if this gets a lot more traction, which it definitely should, but if people start to use this more, that means that we could, like, the time for production could be cut down by so much. And, like, so they could just be like pumping out content, because this kind of stuff, you know, it probably saves a lot of time with, you know, number one, having to set things up, number two, having to tear things down, and then also like moving back and forth between shots. So it just, the possibilities of time between, you know, seasons or like time between movies, it just, it's really cool to think about. We could have so much more stuff.
Yeah. I guess you still have to do a lot of, I guess, the art. You know, you kind of have to have the concept and art of it, of creating what's on the screen.
Sure.
Which, I mean,
I think, I was going to say pre-production wise, there's probably some more work to be done, but it saves so much time for production and post that it's like almost definitely worth it every time.
But it also, like, it does, like, some pre-production is, it probably evens out in the pre-production because you're not having to do as much. You would, I guess, ideally, you're not having to do as much location scouting. You're not having to set up flights and catering and all that.
Yeah.
But you're also having to get the people to code and program everything. And I mean, I'm sure they, like, hopefully it doesn't, and I don't think it really does, because it's still like a ton of work just to get a movie, let alone like a TV show. So hopefully there's still like a lot of opportunities for, you know, catering companies and stuff like that, or just, you know, the people in the film industry that aren't in the technological front. That, I mean, they need jobs too, but that's where costume design, and you still have to have costume design, and that's kind of the good thing is a lot of set design is it still is set design, which I think that'll be the thing, is it's always, at least for a long time now, it will always be, yes, we have the volume and the screens, but there still has to be the physicality in the foreground that helps create the illusion, because there's not really any, unless you just go back to having CGI, but it's like, why would you do CGI with that, because it's gonna look weird now. Just have a practical prop. But,
especially since, I mean, I think they did that a lot with Mando, and just because like Star Wars is always been like pretty good about practicals,
Mhm.
and I think that's actually what the next episode of
Yeah, it is.
the gallery thing is about like practical effects. But like but it's just like I don't know. It really like the whole like game engine stuff. I was like, oh shit, this is so cool. And then when they introduced the screen, I was like, this is it, blowing my mind. It's just like I feel like I'm just repeating what everyone's already been saying, but the possibilities are literally like so crazy. And like that's what I've always liked about animation, and like I've always been really drawn to like cartoons and like 3D animated stuff, because it's like you can just make that whatever you want. But now it's like that and a bunch of other stuff is coming together with like this live action idea, and then it's almost like there's also like a stagecraft element to it.
Yeah.
And so like the like blocking and stuff like all still works out almost way easier. And I don't know, it's just really cool.
Here's my dream.
I would almost
with it.
be
Go ahead, finish.
yeah.
Though.
I was gonna say I would almost be interested in like seeing this applied to like a live stage production of something. I think that would be super neat.
Yeah. I want to see them do like. I don't want them to make this movie because it doesn't need to be remade, but like Roger Rabbit.
Yeah.
Like you can start doing. Like it'd be cool if they were. This is highly unlikely, but like the next Space Jam. The things that you could kind of do with that of like, or that concept. I mean, of you have, animated characters interacting with real life, which like Roger Rabbit to this day is still incredible of just like how well they've made those interactions. But I think it'd be really cool to like start kind of seeing a lot of genre crossover in that way, since you like all you have to do is just create the animation and put it on screen and interact with it. And I would just because they said that, I mean, everything's real time, so even if like an interaction doesn't go right, you can just kind of roll it back, you know. You don't have to like worry about getting the shot and then animating to it. You can animate and then create the shot to the animation. And I guess even like change the animation, like
or even like have someone in a different room doing mocap for the animated character. And
that'd be
like
crazy. Yeah,
that would be nuts. That I feel like because I feel like the only way that they'd be able to do that is if they could get closer to the screens, and I don't know how that would look at this point. But yeah, that would be super cool if it got to like that level of just like.
Well, you don't necessarily. I don't think you'd necessarily have to get closer to the screen.
I guess
you
too,
just
yeah,
scale
like
the character on
scaling.
screen.
Oh, that would be.
Because that's like
that'd be tricky, but I
mean, they kind of do tricks like that in The Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah.
Where like I forgot his name. Ian McKellen is like
Gandalf.
closer to the camera because he's supposed to be taller.
Yeah.
So I think that maybe you can just scale the character model in a way that I keep thinking in this whole discussion. I keep thinking of Bugs Bunny, of like scaling Bugs Bunny to LeBron James or whoever. But I'm like, you could do other things too, but that would work. You could scale Bugs Bunny to LeBron James. I'm sure it's possible.
You could do that.
That's the first time that sentence has ever been uttered. Those words in that order.
Yeah.
That's just cool. Shit's real cool.
It's very cool.
I also saw, aside from that one, I saw the one for directors. And
I like that one.
And the one for the score. Because I
haven't seen that one yet. I really, really want to watch that. I love Ludwig.
Yeah, he's
Ludwig.
pretty cool.
Ludwig.
Yeah, those are good. If you haven't seen those, I recommend doing them. They're also very interesting.
I was watching the cast one, and it was interesting to like kind of connect the dots of how much Mando is modeled after I forgot Clint Eastwood's character. I guess the nameless stranger, I think they call him. His the like cowboy character that he's famous for.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I mean, it's always been attributed to how it's a Western. Like the Mandalorian is very Western. And I think that's like, it's interesting how like it was, I think in some ways, a lot of people were surprised at how well that fit the Star Wars universe. Because, I mean, really the Star Wars movies aren't Westerns themselves. So it is kind of a different tone. But I also had remembered that Lucas wrote Star Wars kind of in homage to the Seven Samurai. And I can't remember which came first, but I know that it's either samurai movies were based off Westerns or Westerns were based off samurai. And so I was like, so obviously like a Western Star Wars was always pretty much like a good script. I mean, they could have made a crap script, but a decent script in a Western format like was always pretty much going to work.
Yeah.
Definitely
I mean, they even have like some elements of that in like the sequel trilogy, like with like the Knights of Ren. That's like a very samurai movie esque thing. So it's all across the Star Wars universe, things like that.
Yeah, too bad they didn't fully utilize those characters.
Yeah,
they were kind of lame.
Crazy how they just didn't develop that at all.
I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, I vividly remember coming back from winter break because that was our freshman year, and I remember us being in Tyler and Logan's dorm room, and we were like talking about all the theories of episode 9. And then I was like, fast forward to now, I was like, wow, like literally everything that we said was absolutely wrong. But also a lot of the stuff that we talked about, just it wasn't that we got the wrong answers, it was that we just did not get the answer.
True.
Yeah.
I still like them.
Yeah, I like them too, but like
It would have been,
the Knights of Ren could have been so cool. Oh,
yeah.
It makes me sad. It just makes me sad. Like I have no problem. Well, I say that I have no problems. I have some problems with the sequel trilogy, but I mean, I'm not the type of Star Wars fan.
Don't get me started.
I'm not the type of Star Wars fan that's going to bully the lady who played Rose Tico off of Instagram. I'm not about to do that.
Or tilt John Boyega.
Yeah, exactly. So I sort of come to Star Wars with the perspective of a child because really that's who they're for. They're for kids. They're not for
No, Logan. They're for
necessarily.
the people that were there at the first showing of the first one in the 70s, and that's
exactly. Crazy how those people were kids. What? Yeah, but I mean, I
That's
just try
not
to,
how they remembered it.
I just try to come at it with like the perspective of a child, and it's like, damn, like this is, the visuals are incredible. Things that like a kid would be like, oh, that's so awesome, like, and just falling in love with it as a child again. It's so I these people that are just, oh, it's not like the other movies. It's just shut up, just shut up and enjoy it.
Or
No, Tyler.
don't enjoy it because they're boring.
All of them? Or just the sequels?
I'm talking about the sequels.
Well, I think
Yeah.
you're wrong. So
I don't know. I lost interest even after The Last Jedi, which I think was the decent one. I was just like, I'm not invested in this. It just was so unfocused to me.
I will
I don't
agree that there was a prevalence of like unfocus, and Rise of Skywalker felt weird
Yeah.
in that like I just
Yes.
remember it was like I remember the one trailer came out and I was like, okay, that trailer was awesome. And it was the one where like I think it's the first one that ever like hinted at Palpatine. But I was like
Just laugh
it
at
had
the
that
end, yeah.
it had the like kind of the remix of the theme that wasn't in the movie, which I was like, why would you not use that in the movie? But and so I was like, I was like kind of hyped then, but then just leading up to it, I was kind of like, I think part of it was I was burnt out on just hearing the negativity that people already had when they hadn't even seen the movie, which is stupid anyways, but there wasn't as much hype factor as there was with like the first two.
No, definitely
feel.
not.
And then there's the movie itself.
And then there's the movie.
I like,
Which,
but
yeah.
it's definitely my least favorite of the sequels.
For sure. I agree.
I also agree.
It's just like it had the potential to be a really great movie, but then there was just some decisions that they made that's just like, why would you do that? Like, and
Sorry, go ahead.
it's like within the first 5 minutes they were just like, okay, cool, Palpatine's back. Anyway,
I think you
what?
mean 5 seconds.
It was ridiculous.
That's like literally the first thing that scrolled onto the screen in the opening crawl.
But
It was
even
like,
but even like
Emperor Palpatine is back.
But even whenever like they actually like verbally said something, I remember specifically it's Poe. Whenever they're like in the little round table or whatever, he's just like, "All right, so Palpatine's back." Blah blah blah. They just had no sort of like build up to it. I just wish that they have had some sort of I don't really know, but just some sort of build up and lead up to it that would have made it more meaningful. Right? Because I feel like it just like brushed it off.
I really think they pulled a Warner Brothers in that, like after Batman vs Superman came out, and I'm not gonna get into my spiel about it. All I'll say is no comment. But everyone reacted negatively to the movie, and then every subsequent DC release, maybe with the exception of Wonder Woman and Aquaman, but like their big hitters that they really went focused on of Suicide Squad and Justice League, they they interfered with the like director's production a lot. And I feel like when the backlash from Last Jedi came out, they like I feel like they said you need to like change the script and play it safe, and like I don't know. It'll never be like confirmed, and they'll always kind of be like, it was always intended to be Palpatine. But a lot of the stuff just doesn't really match up to me, to where I think they kind of backpedaled and said, just bring back some stuff, redo the script, and let's get this out.
100%. Yeah. That's exactly what happened. There's no doubt in my mind.
I want to think that they like the Palpatine thing was thought out, and the hard part is that I don't want to knock Rian Johnson, because I think he really did do like the best with what he was given. And I love The Last Jedi. I think it's definitely my favorite of those. But if they didn't give him direction of this is where the story is flowing, you need to be like kind of in line with our vision, then it's like that kind of, I can see how The Last Jedi would have screwed things up. But that's kind of on, like, if they're going to make an overarching story and then bring in a guy to bridge the gap, you kind of got to, like, let them know.
Yeah, for sure.
Fill a homie in. That's all you got to do.
Yeah. Yeah, that's...
It's not like if
It's-
J.J. Abrams would have done all three, he would have done like anything really interesting or different, though. So
That's I agree because I like I like JJ, but JJ loves to play it safe. I feel like,
Damn.
which I mean, he proved in Star Trek as well. He was like, haha, it's not Khan. No, guys, it's not Khan. It was Khan.
true.
And it's like, JJ. That's not a surprise. That's just, I lied.
He a liar.
I really, the other thing that kind of bothered me in the Rise of Skywalker stuff was the kind of the cast and crew comments that came out like the week before release, where I don't really remember the full context, but it kind of seemed they were trying to be like, we know it's bad, but don't blame us because the last director, he screwed it all up. And I was like,
yeah.
okay,
Oof.
like I like Daisy
Yeah.
Ridley and John, but I was kind of like, all right, that is so on a basic level unprofessional
For
Yeah.
sure.
to like slander a guy who, at least from accounts, seems like he's a really fun and nice director to work with. Like, I get like the Ray Fisher Joss Whedon if Joss was actually being an a-hole, but I don't think that Ryan was, and to like just try to like throw more fire on his lap when you already knew that like you have a very toxic fan base that's pissed off right now, that was really kind of despicable to me.
It's a bad move.
Yeah,
Fuck JJ. Dude can't even finish Lost right.
true.
Hey, but Ryan Johnson, he do be directing Knives Out.
Hell yeah.
Have we all seen that?
I have.
Good one?
Didn't we all see it together?
We saw it on Thanksgiving, right?
I don't know if
Thanksgiving? No way.
I'm pretty sure.
No, I was out of town for Thanksgiving.
The knives were
No,
definitely out.
we saw it,
It was after my birthday, I think,
was it?
or something like that.
I remember I was...
You guys had come over.
Yeah, I was in town. I thought Jason was there too.
Have you seen it at all, Jason?
Nope. I haven't really
No,
seen
it's
it
very
in
good.
a while.
It's on...
You can
Oh, yeah.
watch it.
Do you have Amazon Prime?
Yeah.
It's on there.
It's on there.
Well, I'm not gonna watch it by myself, so I'm not gonna watch
Wow.
Dude, I still haven't
We'll just
seen
watch it
fucking,
together.
This man will watch anime by
it.
himself.
Whatever that.
But he won't.
What is the movie that came after Get Out?
Oh.
Oh,
Us?
I haven't
Yeah,
seen either of
still
them, so
haven't
don't
seen
worry
it.
about it.
Nah,
Steven
Knives Out
has
is the sequel to Get Out.
Yeah, okay.
There's going to be a
Get
Knives
Out.
Out sequel?
Anyway.
Knives Out, and then it
Good one,
Guns
Jose.
Out.
Yeah,
Guns
that's a
Out
good one.
coming out soon.
No, but Guns Out. The Steven has a 4K Blu-ray copy. He has two like 4K Blu-ray copies. Sorry. Two separate movies, not two copies of the same movie.
Oh.
One of them is of Us, and the other one is a Black Klansman, and he has not seen either of them.
Bro, Black
Does he-
Klansman is
doesn't he also
so
have Lady
good.
Bird?
He has Lady Bird, but he's seen that.
Has he? Okay.
Yeah.
He also has Moonlight, I
Lady
think.
Bird.
Yeah, he's also seen Moonlight. Anyway,
How dare you?
those are
Steven.
both very good movies. I liked Black Klansman
What was the
and
first one? Yeah.
and Us a lot.
Oh, Us. Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't seen in either of the Jordan Peele movies, but I've seen Black Klansman.
Wait, you haven't seen Get Out yet?
Still
He
haven't.
just said
This guy
that.
hates black people.
I really want to
That.
because I'm starting. It's getting into that zone of people are starting to be more free with spoilers about it, and I
Yeah.
kind of maybe I'm not certain, but I might have seen something kind of notably spoilery, so I do want to see it.
About Us, Get Out, or both?
Get Out. I want to see Get Out more than Us because I mean, from what I heard, most people liked Get Out a lot more than Us, but I'd like to see both.
I think Us is on HBO.
It is. That's why I
Um,
want to see Get Out
yeah.
first, though. But I guess I
Get
could watch
Out-
them independently, right?
Yeah, you don't need to,
Yeah,
to
for
see
sure.
one
Yeah.
to see the other.
No, not at all.
Maybe I'd like that
I-
better
I
too.
think-
Maybe I should watch Us first and then Get Out.
I think Us has a more like I would want to avoid spoilers for Us more so than Get Out.
For sure.
Okay. then I need to go
Yeah.
and watch that. And then
so
I'll
if you
hit up
watch-
Steven and be like, "Yo, when are we watching Get Out?"
Yeah.
True.
No. Steven has us.
Oh, damn.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wait, does he? I thought he had Get Out.
He's got us.
He might have Get Out, but
think
I'm
he has
saying
Get Out.
Steven hasn't. Steven has. He's got it. Yo, Steven's always got us,
Yo, he's
except
got
for
us, bro.
today recording the podcast. But whatever. No, but no. He has a copy of us for sure because he was telling me that he hasn't seen it, and I was like, hell yeah, let's watch it. But yeah, he might have Get Out. I don't know.
Have you seen Black Klansman?
I have seen Black Klansman. I liked it a lot. I really love the score in Black Klansman. It's really nice. I haven't seen Defy Bloods yet. That's his new one. Spike Lee. I was like, am I saying the wrong one? Yeah, Spike Lee on Netflix. I haven't even heard much about it.
I haven't. What's it
But I
called?
feel
I haven't
like-
heard of it at all.
It's called Defy Bloods. DA. The number 5. And then Bloods. It's like it's about like I think Vietnam War vets who go and
They join a
visit
Oh,
a
wait, yeah, I have
memorial
seen
for
about that.
their something.
It's
I
got
don't- I
Chadwick
forget.
Boseman in it.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Okay, cool.
Good for him.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wait, does it have that same? It also has the guy that was one of the KKK guys in in Black Klansman.
Have you guys seen I forget, it was like I think it was like some award show or something, but Topher Grace was like presenting an award, and his like little like bit that he was doing before, he was talking about how he was in Black Klansman. He's like, I just want to get out in front of this, but there are some pictures floating around of me in some Klansman robes.
Good.
And he was just like, I just want everyone to know I apologize, and he was just like making a joke about it, but because he plays the like head of the clan in the movie.
Oh.
Yeah,
What's the guy's
in
name?
Black Klansman. I forget his name.
He was
but
like the
Wizard.
head guy.
Wizard
yeah, he's
Harry.
like the guy. I'm pretty sure.
The
What's his name?
racist.
Honestly.
The
number
one-
one,
The
the
CEO.
CEO of Racist.
He was the CEO.
Oh shit.
David Duke.
completely.
David Duke.
David. Yeah.
True.
Pretty unrelated, but have you guys ever seen? I think it's called Predators, plural.
Yeah, there's those dude with the dreadlocks that kill people.
Yes.
Is that-
Okay.
sounds like a
No,
Woody
but
Allen
the
movie.
movie.
Damn.
Hey, that's a good one. No, it's a part of that series, but I think the one that I'm thinking of is called Predators. And
Wait, so it is like part of
yes,
the
It's a
series.
it's
Predator
one of
movie.
it's
Okay.
yes, it's a Predator movie, but it's not like Predator or Predator 2.
Came out in
It's called
2010.
So
Predators.
there's Alien,
So I was
and
about
then
to say that,
Aliens.
Yes.
Yeah, it's in 20. It's from
Exactly.
2010.
Is that the one with Topher Grace
Yes,
in
it
it?
is.
Okay, that movie I remember liking, and like then like in the last like 15 minutes it was like, this is stupid. But because of like Topher Grace's character.
Good.
But it was like, I don't want to spoil it. I'm just gonna say it. I don't care about spoiling it. Is that cool with y'all?
Yeah.
Spoilers
Really
for
is.
Predators. Hold
Alright,
for 2
so we're-
seconds. Hold for 2
after
seconds.
we're
and
done
go.
spoiling Star Wars and shit already.
And go.
But like the whole like point is like you find out, so they get like dropped on the Predator planet, I guess, and the Predator is like hunting them, but you find out that they're all like criminals. And like Topher Grace plays this like nerdy like kind of like guy. I guess he's like a doctor or something, and you're like, the whole like point of the movie is like you're trying to figure out like what his deal is, and then something happens at the end where you find out that, oh, he was like murdering people. He's like a murder doctor. And then I don't know. It was just like,
So it's that
and
episode
then
of
his,
Black
like,
Mirror.
Maybe which episode?
Isn't it called like
Spoilers, bro.
White Bear or something?
White Bear?
Or I'll look it up. Keep talking.
White Bear was the one with like
Spoilers,
the
bro.
they were torturing the oh. Have you not
They were
Are they-
torturing the white bears.
They're torturing white bears. I don't know, but
Wait,
I just
torturing-
remember like
Yeah,
thinking
that's
it
the
was
one.
stupid. Yeah, is there a doctor in that? I don't remember.
Well, I not
Whatever.
the doctor, but not that
Oh.
aspect, but the
He had a PhD.
No.
Logan's
y'all,
not gonna watch Black Mirror.
Bro,
y'all have a
spoilers, bro.
Do y'all have a favorite episode of Black Mirror? Those of us who have seen it.
Fuck Black Mirror.
I've only seen like
Okay.
a handful of them, like probably 2 or
Wait,
3.
really?
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I guess, Jason, I'm guessing you haven't seen it.
Really none.
All right, I guess me and Steven are the
Yeah,
only ones
Steven-
that watch it.
Steven-
I've seen
Black
a
Mirror
lot of
guy.
it. I'm looking
Really?
at the episodes
Okay.
to see which ones I actually like. I will say I'm not the biggest fan of the show.
I am a big
Okay, I'm gonna
fan
say something.
of
Here's
a lot
one.
of it.
Here's one
Go
that's
ahead.
controversial that most will disagree with me on, but I'm gonna explain why. I like the first episode of the show.
The first episode is very good.
It's good.
I have gotten people say, "Oh, that's the weirdest episode," and I'm like, "That's the peak of
Yeah.
that show." Of everything else, I feel like the show is very, very. That's why I don't like it. Is it feels very formulaic. Of
Yeah,
it's always gonna be. I mean, to me, at least, it's always like technology bad, which I get. That's like the point, and they're just showing it in different ways. But
it's like Goosebumps.
yes, but I'm always like, okay, I don't care to watch through this because I already kind of know how it's going to end. But this was the one where it's like you don't truly know how it's, and I guess because it's the first episode and you're introduced to the show,
Yeah,
but it's like you don't really know how it's going to end, and then they go with like the ending that you're constantly kind of thinking, there's no way they'll do this on TV. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And then it's like,
and then he does.
to me, like the reactions are so real in that of if that were to happen in real life, there would absolutely be the people that there
Watch.
I mean, they showed how like polarizing politics can be, which we all know how that is.
Right.
And
What
I was
are you
like,
talking
okay, that's exactly like how that would be. And a lot of the other episodes, it's just kind of not, it doesn't hit the same way as that one. I'm trying to see what else I like, but that one
It's
I like.
different.
Season
My
2.
favorite episode is it's called White Christmas. It's
Okay.
got John Hamm.
Ooh, yeah.
That
That's
one
a
was
good one.
pretty
and it's
good.
like kind of a longer episode too. It's almost like a movie practically.
I
But that
actually
one's
liked,
super good.
I liked the Waldo moment, which was where,
Really?
yes,
That's like a lot of people's like least favorite of
I
that
know,
season.
but
and
again,
it
that's
honestly
where
might be
I'm
mine,
like,
too.
they say so many like true like, that's where I'm like,
Yeah.
is the episodes that people don't like, is it just because it hits that hard at like it hits so close to home that people just don't like
Maybe.
it?
I
That's what
think a lot of people like the sci-fi aspect of the show.
Yeah.
So
So when it gets too real.
So like, yeah, when it's like kind of grounded in reality, they kind of are like, oh, like there could have been more done here. But like, I don't know. The Waldo moment's kind of a boring episode.
It's a
to
little
me.
boring, but I think the payoff of the points that are made, I was like, okay, that was worth it. I'll tell you this one that I despise. I hate this episode. It makes me sick. Is Nosedive.
I knew you were gonna say Nosedive. I like that episode a
Which
lot.
here's why. One, it was the first one that I ever saw, because the way that Netflix
Really?
has the shows organized, it's not in
Mhm.
like order. So that was the first one that came up, and
Yeah.
that one just was like that one. That's a case in which it's like, yes, it's very sci-fi, but it's pretty grounded. Of
Mhm.
it's taking a
Yeah, that one has,
concept
like,
that
a
is
good one.
absolutely real and is making it to the extreme. But it's like that one's where it hits close to home with me. Of I just see there's so much like selling yourself on social media that it becomes sickening, and
Yeah.
that's where I was
Is that the
like,
one with Bryce Dallas Howard?
yes,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
And then I don't know what else
That's a
I've
good one.
seen.
I think my
USS
favorite one that
Callister.
I've seen was it was the one where they were like they're in this building and they like walk on treadmills to like
that's from
get money,
season 1.
right?
That's like the second episode.
Yeah.
Yeah,
with,
it has the guy from Get Out.
Yeah, it's
Daniel,
I really like that
something-
episode.
Daniel Kaluuya.
million units. or-
Kaluuya.
Yeah.
Everyone always says that guy from Get Out.
I don't know what his name
No,
is.
I know.
He's a great actor. He's
Oh,
awesome.
You mean Lakeith Stanfield?
Chill.
Oh my god.
I think
That's a good actor.
my favorite episode is probably the episode of Community where they get that social
I
app
hate you.
that like ranks them.
Drew. No side.
Damn, that's crazy.
It was called I forgot what the app was called. To finish off Black Mirror, I will also say I have seen all of season 5. Striking Vipers, I was not the biggest fan of. But I thought that Smithereens and the Ashley 2 episode were really, really good.
I liked Ashley too. I forget what Smithereens is about.
That's
but
the one
yeah,
where the guy
I like.
he's the cab driver and he like kind of kidnaps the guy. I kind of forget
that one was
Wait, doesn't it
okay.
have Topher Grace in it?
It does have
The
Topher Grace. Yep.
CEO.
But
He's the CEO
I kind of forget the
of a different
plot
company.
too, but I remember that one was like very high. It felt like a thriller to where I liked it, but
Yeah,
Have you
Yeah.
seen is it the USS Callister?
I've seen that one.
I like
yes.
that one a lot.
That
one's
one's
good.
good.
That's one of them that I've seen. I think out of like the 3 that I've seen, I think that one's my favorite.
With that dude from Breaking Bad.
Yeah, Jesse Plemons was a dude,
Lemons.
and the girl from How I Met Your Mother. They just chill character.
Oh yeah, the mother,
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can meet her in that episode. You could skip How I Met Your Mother and just watch this episode.
Damn true.
I've been watching. Have y'all seen that YouTube channel? It's called like I don't remember what it's called, but they have those videos about like the day that Community died.
Nope.
It's called Entertain the Elk. That's what the channel
Okay.
is called.
Okay.
And they have like they don't have a lot, but there's like one on The Office, one on Community, one on Lost, one on How I Met Your Mother. It's kinda
think I
interesting.
Okay.
saw that.
Yeah,
I mean, I didn't watch it, but I think I got recommended one of those.
yeah. It's pretty interesting because he like obviously it's kind of just his opinion of when he thinks that it died because obviously there's no like date that it died, but it does like
Right.
list. It goes through a lot of like the drama of like behind the scenes, like Community. Obviously, he touches on Chevy Chase and Dan Harmon.
Yeah.
But it's pretty interesting, worth a watch on some of those.
I'll have to check it out. How far are you in Community, Jason? Or did you stop watching?
No, I just watched. I pretty much watch an episode every day. I mean,
Oh, okay.
at the rate that I'm going, because like some days I'll skip a couple days and then I'll watch like 4 in one sitting. But
True.
I just watched the episode where oh god, Annie moves in with Troy and Abed.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's like season 3,
Yeah,
right?
I'm like
Mhm.
10,
Yeah.
8 episodes into season 3, maybe something like that. Sounds right.
Oh, okay, cool.
The app was called
you're
Meow
farther than
Meow
that, right,
Beans,
Logan?
by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I passed you up,
man.
Jason.
You what?
Yeah.
I passed you up, Jason.
Oh, hey man, I had my hands full watching your stupid document. I'm just kidding.
Hey, man.
Stupid homework.
So you did watch it?
Yeah, I just didn't. Y'all said I don't know. Anything that I would have
We
said would
did
have
say
been
a
super
lot.
surface level about it. I thought it was super interesting, but that's it. So it's like they're already saying
Season
what I'm
3.
saying. So,
That's fair. Damn.
but
Yeah. End of season 3, you can. I don't remember the end of season 3, but I remember season 4.
I accidentally I'm not gonna do it right now, but I accidentally spoiled it for my roommate. Of like, I walked in while he was watching it, and I was like, "Oh, I don't want to say it. Never mind. I won't say
I was about to say it.
But, like, I said something, and I was like, "Oh, has such and such happened yet?" And I was like, "No. Why did I say that?" And
Literally
the thing
never do
hadn't
that.
happened yet.
that's illegal.
Yeah, no. The format. All right, if your friend is watching a movie or a show that you've seen already, what you say is, "Where are you?" Or,
Where are you?
What
"What's
just
happening
happened?"
right now?"
And
yes,
I'm
you don't
so
say,
sorry.
"Has something happened? Have you gotten to such and such yet?" God,
I think
I'm such a
Hey,
fool.
I'm not gonna
I'm
name
a darn
names.
fool.
Jared.
Yeah.
But
No,
dude
that-
likes to spoil some stuff.
Hey, if you
I
got
think
the
it was-
part where they get nuked.
I think it was Logan who told me the story about how was it your boss that spoiled Better
Oh
Call Saul
my
for you?
god! Yes.
Wait,
he
really?
did,
Oh,
yes.
no.
It made me so mad because okay, so
Whoa.
my boss had he had surgery on his elbow or something,
no
and he
excuse.
was like,
I'm just gonna say it.
I don't care if you hurt your elbow. No, but so he had like hurt his elbow and had gotten surgery on it, and he wasn't really doing a whole lot, so he was watching a lot of TV, and so I recommended Breaking Bad to him, and he loved it. He legitimately
It's
watched.
fantastic.
I mean, he's
He
human,
watched
so.
the entire series in like 3 days. It was ridiculous.
I wish I had that.
Amount
I
of
know.
time.
That's
I mean,
a lot
yeah,
of
he was
drama
just-
in 3 days.
He was
Honestly,
just
yeah.
sitting there doing nothing but Breaking Bad
He went on
for
a
like
roller
a 3-day
coaster.
stretch. But then like sometime that almost it was either that same week or the next week, he came back and was just like, "Got anything else for me to watch?" And at this point, I had like just barely started watching Better Call Saul, and I was just like, "Oh well, I started watching this show. Like it's a prequel to Breaking Bad. You should watch it. It's really good so far." And he's like, "All right, bet." So he goes and watches it, and I don't know if have you guys
Nope.
have you guys seen
I'm
Better Call Saul?
halfway through the show.
Halfway? Okay.
I'm in like season 2,
I-
so
Have seen it
don't
all.
say it.
Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna say it. That kind of ruins the story though. But but he
I
comes
want you
back.
to tell me later.
Yeah, you already know. He comes
No,
back.
I haven't heard this story before.
You haven't?
No.
Oh, okay.
I want to know what he spoiled for you. Anyway, go ahead.
So he comes back like in 3 days because this show is a lot shorter so far, and he's just like, I can't believe that they did this to this person. That's crazy. And at that point, so he had like gotten caught up completely, and
I'm pretty
and-
sure I know what it is.
yeah, and I was just like, I had watched maybe the first 3 episodes of the show, and I was just like, oh yeah, that's crazy how that happened, man. Oh my god. And I didn't have the heart to tell him that I hadn't seen that far yet, so I was just like, yeah, bro, that show's crazy.
How many seasons
man.
do you think he watched?
At that point, it would have been 2 seasons.
It would have been
2? Okay, then never
2 or
mind. I don't
3.
know
Wait.
what.
maybe 3.
no, I think it's because how many seasons are out now?
There's
5.
been 5 complete seasons so far.
I've seen
Is that
4
just-
of them,
Are they still going?
and yes,
Okay.
so it would have been after season 3. So he watched
Okay,
3
then yeah.
seasons.
Then I know what it is. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we'll confirm later, but
Yeah.
it was.
But-
I was so pissed.
I was upset for Logan because that's
I-
like, such a
dude.
big part of season 1. Was
Whoa.
And then whenever something happens like that and you know it, you're just looking for it to happen in every single little thing. So it's just kind of like, oh, is this where it happens? Is this it? Is this it?
I have to deal
so it
with
kind of
that
like-
so much in gaming.
Yeah, I'm sure. It's
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I feel like for
it's
games it's
awful.
worse almost because you have to like do everything, and
Mhm.
if something gets spoiled for you, you're like, "Fuck, where's that part where I have to do the thing?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I had something spoiled like that for me recently in a game, but I can't remember what, and I kind of was just like, well,
I had some stuff about The Last of Us spoiled like 2 days before I played it.
hell
The
yeah.
Last of Us 2?
2, yeah.
No.
Luckily, it wasn't. Some of it was wrong, actually, and some of it I kind of was already making some theories about, so it wasn't too bad, but still, it would have been nice to, like, really, really be surprised.
Yeah, and it's like hard to just
I-
navigate the internet when something like that comes out and everyone's talking about it naturally. Because like I remember when I was playing it, like I don't know if this happens like to you guys, but like the internet just recommends it to me based off of like what I'm looking for. I'm pretty sure this happens to everyone. So they were just like Google was
That's
recommending.
just how Google
Yeah.
works.
Yeah, they were like recommending me articles based off of like shit that I've like looked up, and they're like
yeah.
it'd be like The Last of Us 2. This happens, and I was like, and it's like anytime I saw like The Last of Us 2, I would just throw my phone across the room and just like leave it there.
Yeah. I was
buy a new phone
pretty
'cause
good
I break
about
it every time.
like avoiding things after that. which is why I like sat down and beat it in a weekend.
That's probably the
I had Endgame spoiled for me because I was playing fucking Siege.
Oh.
Like literally,
That's the worst.
like I think I was gonna go see it on the Saturday, and it was Friday night. I was playing, or you know what? I think I might have been trying to wait until like a discount day the next week.
Yeah, you were.
And so it was like that whole weekend. And so like I was playing games over the weekend and they were just like, Iron Man dies. And I was like, oh, okay. I didn't believe it because I was like, this guy's trolling. And honestly, like it didn't really affect my like
Viewing?
experience too much. Wait, we've all seen Endgame, right?
Yes.
Well,
Okay, cool.
we have now.
Whatever. It's like I was about to say, it really didn't ruin my like viewing experience because like I didn't have any context to it really, and I also didn't believe it.
Yeah.
Just because I was like, there's not killing characters. Disney's not gonna do that.
Yeah.
Also,
But,
you don't trust something
they
coming
do
out of
be
a
doing
Siege
that.
player's mouth.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Is he
your
also
first
a
problem.
Rook main?
Yeah.
He doesn't even know where to put his armor. You think he's gonna know where to put his words?
About the man about the armor? Nah, doesn't check out.
Damn, true.
All they know is
Fuck.
peak spawn, die instantly, and forget to place armor.
And lie.
And
Like,
that
yeah,
also.
Fuck. Sometimes I eat hot chips and lie.
Thank
Yeah,
God
just
that
for
most
fun.
people aren't
In that order.
as hyped about Ghost of Tsushima because I'm not getting as many. I haven't
Yeah.
seen that much about the game.
I do need
Not that the like story is groundbreaking to be spoiled.
Yeah, is that a PlayStation exclusive?
Yes,
Bummer.
it's from Sucker
All right,
Punch.
guess I'll play it
Boomer.
next year when maybe it gets put on PC.
Hopefully.
I want to play Death Stranding.
Huh,
Isn't it?
don't mind.
Is it out or is it August?
That's
It's
the
out.
thing is
It's out.
There's been like I feel like whenever the week that it came out, every time I got on Steam, there was a stream of Death Stranding, which is Kojima's
Yeah.
big fucking head on it. And just like he's just sitting there like this is my game. So
True.
yes, it's been out.
He does say that.
Well known Kojima saying, "So this is my game."
But in Japanese.
Go for it.
Yeah. I don't have the heart.
You want to do it.
Oh,
I really
my
don't
lord.
because I don't have anything to say. Bruh, did any of you watch the fucking SpongeBob thing that I posted yesterday?
Oh, the anime intro.
It's not.
No,
It's
the
an
episode.
actual. It is a
for
15-minute
real?
animated episode
Yeah.
of like a SpongeBob the
Oh.
anime thing, and completely inspired by those OPs. And I saw that, like I got
That's
recommended
crazy.
that, and I was just like, "There's no way this is real." And I watched it, and I was like, "This is actually like a real thing." Like actually.
No, I haven't.
Uh,
I haven't. I assumed it was one of those like SpongeBob anime opening things, and I was just like, I've seen that. Haha, good meme.
No,
And I did not realize.
It's by the
yeah,
same
it says
guy.
Fucking... Oh, okay.
but like yeah, it's
That's
actually
funny.
good. Like good in the sense that it's like funny because obviously it's a fucking joke, but also it's really
Yeah.
well like made. So
That's
I would recommend it. It was a fun 15-minute watch. I enjoyed myself.
I'll have to check it
That
out.
can be the homework that you assign.
Yeah.
No, that's not the
That's
homework.
not. It is not substantial enough for homework.
Logan's homework wasn't that long.
Yeah,
that's not
but
bad.
there's actually things to say about that. The fuck do you say about this?
Yeah, that's true.
This was good.
Patrick spoke in Japanese.
He do be speaking Japanese.
Speaking of the homework, who's
I didn't
bringing
want
this
to.
week?
I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to be the speaking of the homework guy.
Yeah, fucking teacher, you
And
forgot
here
to
you
collect
are,
the homework.
speaking of the homework guy.
I am the homework guy though for this week.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, and
Better be a game.
it's Death Stranding.
Damn.
Hi, I'm out of the podcast. It's been fun.
Everyone quits.
you have to beat it before next Friday.
Everyone's sick.
Jesus.
I'm good. And for that reason, I'm out.
I'm out.
No,
Infinite hiatus.
I really, really wanted to do music just to like bring it back, but I haven't been listening to like much new music. I know Nick's into 100 gex now. We've infected him. So
100 gex is cool, but it's Bug Snacks.
Oh yeah, it's Bug Snacks by Kiriko Bonito. That's the homework.
Hell
No.
yeah.
Oh, is that what that is? Is that what?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's.
Have
the
you seen
theme
the trailer
song
for
to
the
that
game though?
what game? What?
It's called Bug
It's called
Snacks.
Bug
That's
Snacks.
Oh.
It was part of the. It's a PlayStation that they showed off, but
Oh.
they like. That was the first time I heard the song. Was in the PlayStation 5 reveal because they showed that game, which looks very strange. But then they just put the full song out.
Nice.
I probably saw it and just forgot
For them.
because I think I was working during that stream. Maybe.
Anyway,
It was
Tyler?
weird.
Yeah. The homework is kind of music,
I
sort
hate it
of.
already.
That's a lie.
He's gonna make us watch some Beatles documentary.
Last time I did something that none of us, including myself, had seen. This time I'm doing something that I'm pretty sure every single one of us has seen. I've seen at least 5 or 6 times, and I am excited to watch it again.
It's
You say
Lipstick
fight
Wars. Oh.
It's called what?
Oh.
Except no, sorry, not a question mark. I
Alright,
ruined
well.
it. It's just
Alright,
called
take 2.
what?
Is it Bo Burnham?
By Bo Burnham.
Oh.
And I'm gonna put some extra credit. If you have the time and you are so inclined, I highly recommend you also rewatch Make Happy, or watch it for the first time if you haven't. I'll be watching both.
Where are they?
But they're what is actually completely on YouTube, as well as Netflix, and then Make Happy is a Netflix exclusive.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Acting like I
Wait,
don't
Make
So-
Happy is a Netflix exclusive?
Yeah. It was like a Netflix special. But yeah, I mean they're both like they're pretty similar, and they both like kind of give like a pretty good idea of what Bo is about, at least in his specials. But yeah, so Bo Burnham's the homework. Watch Make Happy if you want to. Fucking watch anything of Bo Burnham, but at the very least watch what? Cause yeah, I really like Bo, and I've been like I had like a fucking which song was it stuck in my head the other day? I think it was actually from Make Happy. It was the Kill Yourself song stuck in my head the other day.
Are you okay there?
You need to talk
Uh,
to someone.
You want to talk about something?
No, I think it got recommended on YouTube, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's a good song."
YouTube telling you
And I
to
was
kill
like,
yourself.
"Oh,
Holy
cool."
shit.
Can we just have a Bo Burnham watch party?
We can do that. I'm down to do that sometime this week.
Especially since we've already all seen it, so it's like pretty
Yeah,
easy to
we can just hop on
vibe and-
hop on the cord, and then the thing about that though is I would be very inclined to talk to you guys right then and there about it.
Oh, that's
And,
true.
I'll just
Jesus.
pop down the street.
Yeah. There we go.
Um,
All right,
Yeah.
but yeah, so Bo Burnham, what maybe Make Happy if you've got time, and we'll talk about his stand-up ? Yeah,
His special.
it's classic
his
comedy.
special. It is special.
Ah.
Classic comedy. Oh,
already
God. We
doing
can't
it.
be just quoting. We can't just be quoting jokes next week. It's gonna be awful.
Yeah, what have you done?
All right.
We've ended the
All right,
podcast.
well.
That's what we've done.
Yeah.
Thanks, ladies and gentlemen.
Let us know what you think about the technology
Oh
of
my
the
God.
volume. Please write us a 100-word essay in the comments.
Edward will
Yeah.
actually do it.
He probably will.
And
Let
I
us know
will
what you
be
think of
friends.
J.J. Abrams.
Tell us what you think of the 2010 hit film Predators.
Now we talked about.
Who do you think is the CEO of racism now?
Whoa, okay. Goodbye, everyone.
that.
Fail!